Yep. Hang on, Bubby. Oh my goodness. You're shoving your face. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to wait here, see if anybody comes in and joins us. If they do, awesome. If they don't, it's all right. I'm going to try to talk about a few things. But I obviously have my son and everybody's in here. Quit. I apologize. I have him right here. Here, sit back. Watch. Sit back. Let him say hi. Here. All right. You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
What's your name?
Waylon.
Waylon. And then we also got my other son right here.
Colton.
His name's Colton, but I call him Doopy. And then sitting back behind me there, right there is Dakota. My other daughter's in her bedroom. Anyways, I am actually watching. I'm doing a live, but I'm also watching a past live that happened. Hey, quit yelling. Sit back. Sit back for a minute. I can't even see what's going on. Let me close some stuff here. Close that. Waylon, stop. Sit back. Waylon, stop. Please sit back. He has autism, and listening's kind of iffy. But anyways, talk about a few things here. Investigation-wise of the paranormal, I got to keep moving my computer because he's not stopping. Quit. Investigation-wise, I'll just do this. Investigation-wise of the paranormal, we have a few things coming up. I know no one's watching yet, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it happens. But anyways, sorry for the screaming. He's upset because I moved the computer. We have a few things coming up, investigations-wise. One location I really don't want to discuss or talk about quite yet. I'm not even going to mention where it's at or what we're doing because of the location. So, yeah, we're going to leave that one out. Once again, I apologize for the crying in the background. He has autism, and he's constantly, wants to be center of attention, and, I try to make it where he is, but then I try to make it where, yeah, there's got to be a line. You got to be a parent. But anyways, so I am going to be going to Step Cemetery. Not 100-Step Cemetery. Step Cemetery. And the story behind that cemetery is there was a cult out there before. They were called the Hermits. They would hold seances, rituals, everything like that in the cemetery. There was or is, I'm not going to specify if it's still there or not. It might be, might not be. But a cave that is located on the side of the cemetery and goes directly underneath it. With that being said, the cult may or may not have held rituals underneath the cemetery. With that being said, there was also a story about a baby who passed away or a child passed away. The mother hit depression. She would go to the cemetery, sit on this stump, and sing to the child until she got so depressed about missing the child that she decided, hey, I'm just going to unbury the child and go from there. Supposedly she unburied it, was sitting on the stump, and committed suicide. I've done a lot of research on the property, people buried out there. I've done a lot of research. There is a child's grave out there. Died back around the 1800s. It is assumed that that is the child of said story or folklore. With that, it's iffy, but I'm I'm going back to the cemetery because I have unfinished business, so to say. There, the best way to put it. Uh, I got it's to the point now. I did an investigation a while back, and with that investigation, what? Oh, they want me to show their bluey. But anyways, there was an investigation that I did. Went very well. I had some activity and stuff occurred. Uh, you know, well, at the end of the investigation, I got back to my vehicle, loaded up my stuff, and realized, I forgot my K2 meter up there. And I left, there's a stump up there. It's been burnt out and everything. It's been there for God only knows how long. But the stump is supposedly the stump that she was sitting on and saying to her child and stuff like that. Hey guys, leave that alone, please. Wait, is that yours? Okay, I'll take it. So I left my K2 meter up there on the stump. I ended up going back up there with just a flashlight myself. Uh, got up there and literally I bent over to pick up my K2 meter, and it was like it was darker than dark, like darker than normal in the cemetery. At that point, a little bit more of uneasy feeling. So I got my K2 meter, grabbed it, got everything that I needed, and as I reached down to grab it, it was like it was like I was being watched. I had that feeling. So I like looked up, and when I looked up, there was a about 7 to 8 foot tall black mass. Literally looked like wearing a black robe, and like it had its head down with the robe coming down, type of deal. And I seen this. Uh, I just packed up, didn't have camcorder on me, didn't have nothing on me. Well, at that point, I'm watching this figure, and with that, me watching it, hang on a minute. Awesome. Hey, Luke, how's it going? With me watching the figure, it lifted the head, and literally there was just, it sounded like a female scream. It was just a real loud, like blood curdling female scream. So, long story short, I took off out of the cemetery, and as I was going, this figure was coming towards. I took off out of the cemetery, and there's about I'd say about 20-30 yard pathway from where the vehicles are up to the cemetery. Took off, got down to the vehicle. I was freaking out. Well, I looked back up the hill, and there was the figure standing there, full, robed. Um, so after that happened, I refused to go back by myself. So I do plan on here, and I do plan on going to Step Cemetery either next weekend or the weekend after. I don't have enough subscribers quite yet to do any live videos. I'm only at like 40, like 43 or something like that. So yeah, hey, subscribe if you see the video. But anyways, sorry, reading the comment. But anyways, I plan on going back. I have unfinished business personally there. I definitely want to figure out who it was, what it was, whatever it was, obviously was not good. So that is my next location to go to. I do apologize for the noise in the background. As I said, I got kids who will not sit still or be quiet. But anyways, that's my next location to go to. It's definitely going to be almost an all-day investigation. Plan on getting there during the morning time, not morning, but late afternoonish, almost evening. Do a walkthrough, figure out where everything's at. Run a couple of baseline readings with the K2s. EMF. Just get some baselines, and then eventually, as night falls, do the investigation. I really don't want to say that. I like to talk about where I'm going, but I don't like saying the days or the times I'm going because I don't want other people showing up knowing that I'm going to be there for the investigation and then mess with me or mess with my investigation or people I bring. That would not be fair, so to say, and there are people that do that. So I do plan on going back to there. um, the next place after Steps Cemetery. I got a new location. Just found out about it, and I have not told anybody about this new location that I found. And I mean, it's so new that it's not even on any registries for being haunted. So my plans are to go scope it out, basically get a feel for it, figure out what's where and stuff. I like to do my walkthroughs during the daytime to try to figure out, okay, is there a tree branch or a root sticking up or something like that? So basically go get a walkthrough done. The new location, there was, how can I put this? I don't want to say something and then YouTube be like, oh, we're going to kick your video off or we're going to shut down your page for not, partaking to our rules and guidelines. But there was a group in this location throwing a party. And the party sort of went bad. Like, it was a group about maybe 20 to 25 people. And when I say the party went bad, best way to put it is a jealous boyfriend showed up with a pew pew, and you get the picture. 20, 25 people. About 6 or 7 people were able to walk away from the party out of the group. Boyfriend did get caught, all right, and all that. There have been people that have been going to this location. They know about what's happened there and stuff. But currently, people go to location and they see shadows. They hear voices. They hear pew pews going off. They hear screaming. And something new that I've never witnessed myself yet. There's been people that show up there and they will start bleeding from their arms and like hands and body parts will bleed. Don't ask me how, okay? I've studied demonology for quite some time, and I've never heard of someone just randomly bleeding without being cut, stabbed, or some reason to bleed or scratch. Apparently, you're there, and you look at your hands, and they're covered in blood. It's one of them type of places. Demonic stuff can happen because it was such a negative event that occurred. Demonic entities love the negative, so it could be a residual from that. Apparently, the boyfriend, even though he was jealous, in court he claimed, no, Bubba, he claimed that he was possessed and that the devil tried to make him do it. Keyword was tried to make him do it. He still did it, but the devil tried to make him do it. So it's a new location. I am going to go do a walkthrough tomorrow, actually, on this location. It's extremely close and local to me. I just learned about it. And I've lived here in my home. I've lived here for quite some time. So, stuff like that I would know. But apparently this happened pretty, like last year, if not this year, around summertime. So can't wait to go check that one out. It is going to be interesting. I tried to go there today. I showed up, got out of the vehicle, and my K2. I mean, no power line, no power anywhere. And my K2 literally, that doesn't even make noise, started buzzing, and the battery literally overheated. So, I'm kind of gonna go do a walkthrough, figure this out. Uh,
You can call them whatever you want. You just have to buy me dinner first.
God, I love my kids. Only if she would have done that and went, "Ooh, I'm a ghost." I love my kids, but man. But anyways, that's another location I will be going to, doing an actual investigation at After Step Cemetery. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing that one by myself or not. I know I've teamed up with Dark Dimensions, and we're going to be doing some stuff together. We have a few things coming up that I've been working on, and there's a few other things I'm working on. So teamed up with them, and we're going to be doing some collaboration work on that. But this location, not sure. What's quite going on yet with it. So I'm still trying to get used to the fact of showing up to places with other people and not just myself. I am so used to going to places on my own, and something happens or something dangerous happens and me just handle it on my own, compared to you're a ghost. Oh man, I love my kids. But so that's the next location also. There is another location I am investigating. It is a bridge that's out here. Um, there was a guy that offed his wife and did some real unkind things to her body. And when I say that, I mean like taking a butcher's knife and, I'm sure YouTube won't kick me off if I just show indications. I have a floating cat next to me. That's great. Yeah. But this husband did that to his wife. Well, best way to put it is the one body part that he mainly did was, here and above. So after that, he kept the head in the home, took the body, and stuck it leaning across the bridge. So we are going to be going there to investigate the bridge. There's been shadows seen on the bridge, stuff like that. So that's the next location also. A lot of it's here local. Crawfordsville is where I live at. There's a lot of history in Crawfordsville of everything from spiritualistic stuff to just, witches, mediums, satanic stuff's happened. I mean, there's a lot of history in Crawfordsville, and there's a lot of stuff that's occurred from the past, and there's a lot of stuff that's occurred nowadays. Um, when I investigate both past and nowadays. I do a lot of research on locations so that when I get there, I know what's true and what's not true, what to talk about, what to look for, or what not to look for. And quite a few of these locations, I already know a lot of the history too. Also, Oak Hill Cemetery. I will be posting 2 more videos on Oak Hill Cemetery for here in Crawfordsville. There is 2 more cemeteries. There's 3 total, but there's 2 more cemeteries I got to go to called Oak Hill here in town. The original one, which I'm not going to specify in the videos on which one's the original one, but they literally, can you please stop? Okay, please. But the original one literally has a witch, a medium, a lot of historical figures buried in it. So we will be checking that out. Also, I'll be having a bunch of new locations down south around Kentucky as well. Coming up, Corden, Indiana. If anybody knows anything about Corden, I will be going there. There was a doctor who lived in Corden who was murdering patients in the basement of the home. That happened in Corden, Indiana. I do have access to that location. So I will be going to Corden, Indiana as well. And New Albany, Indiana. There's a few locations there I want to check out. Oh, also in Corden. Sorry, I'm like going everywhere. In Corden, Indiana, there is a old battleground. It was more of a skirmish, not really a full-blown battle, but more of like a skirmish that happened. So I will be going down to Corden, Indiana to investigate the battlegrounds. The only issue with this is I had an incident happen yesterday, and I'm kind of stuck, sort of, with having to do very long travel. So locally, I'm going to be able to get the investigations done, but I'll show you guys what happened to me. Yesterday, I actually went down to Kentucky, and on the way down there, if you know anything about vehicles, try to see if this will pick up. I had this. Oh, no, of course, it ain't going to pick it up. But anyways, you're not really going to be able to see it. Oh, there you go. I had that happen to me. All right, I'll show you a better picture. Maybe. There you go. That is the bed to my truck. The rear leaf spring decided it was time to evacuate the shackle that holds it in place. And when it evacuated its shackle, it decided to take a good probably 400 to 500 pounds worth of pressure and launch itself up through the back of my truck. So I gotta fix that. It's about $133 part. Not too bad, more than I want to spend, but luckily I work on vehicles as a side job and as a hobby as well, so it shouldn't take long to fix. It's just a matter of getting the part here. So that's the only thing keeping me from going very long distances like Corden and New Albany and Carefree and Marengo. Keeping me from them places and keeping me from Kentucky is that right now. So otherwise, I'd be fair gaming it and going wherever, whenever, and however. So gonna get that fixed, get it taken care of, and we should be good. But other than that, very excited for go investigating that place. Yeah, we have quite a few. I got a list that I've been making for definitely to do collaborations at. So, I mean, I've got a list. So it's going to be decent. A couple of locations I will be carrying for sure. 110% for sure. I'll be carrying my pew pew. I've been there. The Clown Motel, I've been there. And it's if you don't like clowns, I would not recommend going. If you're afraid of clowns, I definitely want to go. But I've been there, and it's how can I? It's haunted. There is activity, but those other YouTube channels make the crap so active that it's out of like unimaginable. It's not that active, but there is activity there. The main clown that sits inside the office when you first get there to check in, it does move. It really does. The day I went there, I did stay 3 nights, and while checking in, the clown literally moved. Like the hands moved, and the hands were like on the lap, like this on its lap. Both hands went out on the side, and it fell forward and it hit the ground. Like it did it on its own. So there is activity there. Ripley's, believe it or not, building, they will not, unfortunately, let just anybody investigate. I wish they would, though, because, man, there is a lot of activity in that place, too. Especially in the areas where I've been to Ripley's, too. They'll just do, like, the tour and walk around. But I snuck in a K2 with me when I went, and there's definitely activity, especially where they hold, like, the shrunken heads, like actual human heads that Indian tribes have dried out and shrunk. The cursed objects area, there's activity there too, a lot of it. But they just won't let anybody investigate, which really sucks, but maybe one day they'll let people. I know one location I definitely want to go to is the oh man, I was just talking to my child about it today, my daughter, which my daughter does go investigate with me sometimes. Let me go ask her. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, there we go. My computer just shut down a little bit. Let me go ask my daughter about this one location. I forget the name of it. It is a hotel. Give me 1 second here. Annabelle, what is the name of that hotel? Yeah, the Crescent Hotel. That is where I want to go. There is a lot of activity in the Crescent Hotel. I do want to go there. I do want to investigate the Crescent. There's that one and the St. Mary's, the ship. I want to go there too. But luckily in December, that location that I'm going to, which I'm not going to mention, I'm going to keep it a surprise, especially when I go live and stuff on my YouTube channel, which hopefully by then I have over 50 subscribers. But the location I plan on going to in December, it's going to be crazy. The location in December is definitely going to be a really good location.
Dad, I want to hold Evie.
Then hold her.
But I'm scared.
Don't be scared of a cat. It's just a cat. You're scared of a cat, but you're not scared of the ghost that haunts our home.
Well, no, because I cannot even see it.
My kids. But anyways, we got quite a few places definitely coming up. So can't wait. It's gonna be great. So, oh man. Wife went to work and I'm stuck home with 4 kids, 2 autistic sons and 2 daughters. Yay me. But so we got quite a few places coming up, definitely. But I am working on another investigation. I've already called the owners. It is a check out the story in. I'll have to check that one out too. I think I've heard about the story end. I just haven't really researched it. But there is a brewery here in town that is pretty active, and I've been talking with a few people about potentially going and investigating inside a brewery here in town, which would be amazing as well. And the Rotary Jail. Dark what? Dark Deception.
That's dark. What's that?
Dark Dimensions? Is that who you're talking about? Dark Deception. Only if you knew what deception means.
I don't know.
You're deceptive. You're not trustworthy. You're lying. You're going. Yeah. But that's what deceptions or being deceptive means. You're not. You're trying to go behind people's back. But I am live right now, so you can just.
I come back.
What?
I come back. What are you doing?
But this is what I mean. When my wife's here, I can go live with no problem. And then my daughters, they're whatever. But Dark Deception. My daughter, I swear. She's like, oh, that's what I thought their name was. It's right here. My daughter does not pay attention worth the crap. This one pays more attention than the other one. But there's quite a few locations coming up. That's all I can really say. I've been researching a lot of history on a lot of the locations, looking at freaking records. Oh, another location. I just remembered this one. Talking about research, the library. I will be going there too, here in town. So, it is haunted. It's actually, the library is built on top of where there used to be a group here in Crawfordsville back around the 1800s. So this group would be a private group. The only way you can get into this group was if you had a legitimate paranormal experience or seen a ghost or something like that. It was the only way you can get part of this group. I forget the name. I will remember and post it in the comments later on when I get it. But anyways, this group would meet on Halloween, and they would literally use everything, like their benches where they sit, their desks, their tables, their lanterns, their lights, even they had skeletons that would hold these lanterns. And this was here in Crawfordsville, by the way. But they had skeletons that would hold the lanterns. The skeletons that held the lanterns were actual human skeletons. How they got them, no one knows. That light just flickered. I just saw that. But no one knows how they got the skeletons. It's beyond them. The lanterns the skeleton held, it was used, back in the day to light up when they would do the hangings and stuff. There was a bell that they had for this group here in town. The bell was used in a cult church. The rope that they used to ring the bell was the same rope that was used to hang people in the jail. So everything they used revolved around some form of cult, satanic, death, or what have you. Well, anyways, they held meetings in the bottom of a store here in town. Well, the store's been torn down and all that, but the basement is still used for the store. Apparently, the library here in Crawfordsville is where the store used to stand. So the basement to the library is where they used to hold the meetings. The cult or the group could still be active and be around. No one knows. There's no idea. There's no clue. No one knows where they meet, when they meet, or how they meet. It could still be a legit group around here. No one knows. It was just basically one Halloween. People were showing up to the group, and that Halloween, they decided we're gonna, move everything, basically. No one knows where they move to, where they meet at, or anything at this point. So, hey, if anyone's part of a paranormal group that is a secret society type of group, let me know. I can give you my evidence, and I would love to join. But what they done is this group used to meet Halloween. They would do like a time check of like what they talked about, the stories that were said in the group. They would take the stories and then publish the stories in like the Indy Star and places like that, the local newspaper. And it got like nationwide. Stop, Bubba. But they started posting these stories like all over the world. So being a secret society for the paranormal ain't quite that secret, really, because their stories are getting out. But the library here in town holds a few of them stories. But in the library, up in the research department or the reference department, there has been a guy, real tall, real slender, skinny. He's been seen going up and down the rows inside the reference area of the library. So, who was it? Legends, Lore, and Hauntings. They did go in the library and they investigated. They ran K2 meters and stuff like that. Did not quite try to communicate, but they did, investigate somewhat. And every spike on their meter, anything that happened to them, validated from what they were told by the librarians, the people that worked in the library, and people that still work in the library. Everything that happened to them, they were able to validate, that it's legitly haunted. So, with that being said, that's going to be a good one too to investigate. It's just trying to figure out if we can do it at night and not during the day. A lot of places for groups that start out, you tend to go to places during the day unless you sneak in, which a lot of these bigger YouTube groups, that's what they did. They snuck into places, illegally, trespassed, risked their safety and well-being and their freedom, risked it to get the content. Would I sneak into a place? I'm not going to say no, and I'm not going to say yes. So just leave it at that. Have I? Well, I'm not going to say no, and I'm not going to say yes on that either. So we'll just keep it that way. So a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff coming up. Also, whenever I go live, if anyone that subscribes sees the video, or if you do subscribe after seeing the video, if I'm ever live and you have questions about demonology, about paranormal spirits, the difference between the spirit, an entity, and a demonic entity, or any questions that resolve around paranormal, feel free to ask inside the comments or the chat or whatever. I can definitely answer them questions. And if I can't answer it right away, I will do the research. I will find out the answer for you. If you want to know how to do an exorcism, don't ask, because I am not allowed to talk to you about that or tell you. If you want to know how to properly cleanse your home, I can tell you that, how to do it. And sage is not the way. So, to all you people that believe that cleansing your home with sage was helping you, it's not. That's why I go to graveyard or playgrounds for my videos. I am making money. Yeah. But also a thing to watch out for, though, is with YouTube. I don't want to put Dark Dimensions, how can I put it? I don't want to put their business out, or I don't like putting people's business out, on my page. But I know, like, on their page, they've talked and said, that they are on, a fixed income. And they can't get married, stuff like that. They have talked about that on their page. A thing to watch out for, though, is YouTube does report the money that is made to the state. They do. And then if you get a contract, that is reported as well. So if you're getting like promotional, monies, or, view money or comment, or however you have it set up, any form of money made off of YouTube is taxed and is reported. I did have a channel a long time ago. Eventually, I just stopped filming on the channel, and I had, I was making money from the channel. I was teenager around then. It was not paranormal stuff. I was a lot about guns, and survival. But yeah, they do report it, and I know I got screwed majorly as a kid when I had my YouTube channel due to I thought it was free money. Basically like a check come to me and hey, we're good. But no, I almost got hit with tax evasion because I did not pay the taxes off that money, and YouTube was not taking the taxes out at that time. So that was the issue. But yeah, definitely be careful though. I know you guys are, you're almost to that point. So I hate to see people get screwed because the fine print's not that specified. So just be careful. Why'd you give me an airplane? My kid gave me an airplane. My daughter has her foot up here. But anyways, guys, I gotta get a couple of kids to bed, and I have my 1-year-old trying to eat the keyboard to my computer. But I gotta get some kids to bed. It was nice chit chatting, especially with Dark Dimensions. As you can tell, they definitely filled it up. If you haven't subscribed to them, and you see the video, go and subscribe to them. A great group, good people, love them. They're great. I actually consider them friends at this point. Ooh, she's a ghost. But yeah, so it's great talking to you guys. Definitely like, subscribe down below so that way, we can start doing actual live investigations. I mean, I got a lot coming up and I would love to go live for some of it, but getting my name out there and advertised is what it's going to take. So, and then obviously making more videos and shorts and whatnot, getting my name out there. Right now, I will be releasing, well, I got about like 20 videos, and I got permission. Finally, I got permission to release a video that was taken by me. It was taken about 4.5 years ago of an exorcism that I was at. I got permission from the people that performed it and the person it was performed on and a few other people I had to get permission from. I did get permission and I will be releasing that video. It will be released as a premiere. So definitely be on the lookout for that because that whole experience, it was not for the faint of heart. So can't wait to actually get that. I am working on that video and hopefully I will have it out within the next week. But I got quite a few others lined up as well to release. So there'll be probably 9 or 10 videos dropped like back to back to back until I can get back out and do what I got to do. So at least before next weekend, we'll have them dropped. So with that said, thanks for watching. Everybody stay safe, be good, respect the dead for sure. That's what happens. No, I have not posted the night video yet. I will be posting it tomorrow, actually. I was going to post it tonight, but it was either go live or post the video. I should have posted the video, not go live tonight, but for, obvious reasons. But I decided to go live. So, but with that being said, it will be posted tomorrow, and I might go live tomorrow. I don't know yet. But also, anytime I go live in my home, definitely listen to audio. Definitely keep an eye open because my home is definitely haunted. And maybe I might do a live video and show a few actual haunted things in my home that I own. Especially a doll. I got one thing here. I'll show you one thing right now that's haunted. Believe it or not, it's just sitting here. What the hell is on me? I got this thing sitting right here, which is haunted. And I plan on throwing more stuff inside this thing. But right there, that lovely cabinet right here. is haunted. It came from a satanic church. If that tells you anything, it did. So the church is closed down. They tore it down, and that was inside the church. It does have an attachment. It is in my bedroom, obviously on the floor. Whatever's attached to it, it's not, to me and my family, it does not seem to be demonic or negative or bad. Oh, you're okay. It doesn't seem to be negative or bad to me or my family. But when he gets close, stop. When he gets close to it, that's what happens. You can see a reflection in it, and that's what scares him. He'll be looking at the glass, the reflection shows, freaks him out, and he breaks out crying. So that is what happens when he's around it. But as you can tell, he's looking back at it and looking forward, like he don't like it. But whatever's attached ain't aggressive, I should say, towards me or my family. So, but I will release a video. I got about like 40 other things in my home that's haunted or has attachments to it, or that's from a very interesting place, like that thing back there. So, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe, and stay up to date and posted. All right, guys, you want to say bye?
Bye. Ooh,
Say bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, we'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
Bye. I'm a ghost. Bye. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost.